AITA for not taking a special request from my wife while cooking the family breakfast? Last weekend I, 36 meters, decided that I was going to make my family, wife 35 and kids 12F, 11F, 9 meters, a big breakfast spread as part of the lame, according to our oldest daughter, family time that we decided to have that day. The plan was to have breakfast together, watch a movie, have lunch, and play some games as a family before we released the kids from the clutches of the, again, lame, family time. So anyway, I got up early, heated up the waffle iron and the huge stovetop skillet, and went to work making waffles, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, and hash browns. As I was finishing and the kids had plated up, my wife asked me to throw a couple of eggs over easy on for her. She's the only one in our family who can stand runny yolks. Neither I nor the kids will touch them, but she really likes them. I just told her, nah, I'm finishing up already. If you really want a couple of eggs your way and want to make them yourself, go for it, but I'm done. She responded, you're already cooking. I'm in the mood for a couple of over-easy eggs. Why can't you just throw them on for me? I refused and it turned into way more a quiet, bickering argument than it should have. It's been on my mind since, and on the one hand I feel bad my wife just asked me for a small favor that wouldn't have been a big deal at all to fulfill. But on the other hand, I had made plenty of food already. My wife likes scrambled eggs too just fine, and there was plenty of food for her to eat. Why did she need to go insisting on her special request? It was honestly a silly, petty fight, but nonetheless I'm curious who people think was in the right. I feel bad my wife just asked me for a small favor that wouldn't have been a big deal at all to fulfill. Info. If you yourself admit it would not have been a big deal, why did you pick this hill to die on? It probably would have taken you the same amount of time to make them as it did to tell her you wouldn't do it. Question: does your wife typically do the cooking? If this were family time for me and I was cooking breakfast, I would have known how my spouse likes their eggs and made them some over easy while making scrambled. Just like when I cooked for my mom, I would pull some bacon out early because she liked it floppy, or remove some of the scrambled eggs early for my sister because I like mine rubberized. Because that's what people who cares about someone else's needs, desires, preferences do. That's my idea of family time. YTA. YTA, the irony of family time, but not doing simple nice gesture for your spouse. Lol. Info. Is your bickering why your kids don't like family time? YTA. Next time, make the eggs. Make the chili by Pam Berg. A good friend of mine unexpectedly lost her husband. A couple of months later we were going for a run together, chatting about nothing. She asked me what my dinner plans were. I told her my hubby wanted chili, but I didn't feel like stopping at the store. We ran on for a few more minutes when she quietly said, "Make the chili." It took me a few minutes to realize we were no longer talking about dinner. It was about going out of your way to do something for someone you love, because at any moment, they could unexpectedly be taken from you. The next time someone you love wants you to go for a walk, watch some football, or play a board game, just put your phone down and give them your undivided attention. Just do it. Make the chili. YTA for literally avoiding 12 minutes of cooking more eggs for your wife. Your wife. YTA. Sorry, but as the chef in our family, I know how long eggs take, especially when you're already cooking. Come on, dude. Pick your battles. Were the eggs more important than doing something nice for your spouse? Not bickering on a family fun day and potentially ruining the rest of the day? Setting a good example for your kids? Yes, it's petty and silly and unnecessary. Grow up. Edit. Typos. YTA, but more in a sad way. It's a small thing that would have meant a lot. Not the end of the world, but just one of those missed opportunities to give a tiny bit extra when asked. If you're honest with yourself, would she have done it for you if you asked? You probably spent more time typing out this post than it would have taken to as the damn eggs. YTA. You seem to really be fixating on your oldest daughter's comment about the lame family day you were trying to have. Were you taking out your frustrations on your wife? Info. You realize it's not about the eggs, right? YTA, per you other comment. She does most of the cooking, but you are unable to cook for her 2 simple eggs. I'm sorry for her. YTA. You know what the basis of your family time is? A good relationship with your wife. She made a simple request that would have taken less than 5 minutes of your time. But investing that 5 minutes would 1. Make her feel loved and appreciated. 2. Show your kids how happily married people treat each other. Instead, you showed your children that their mother's happiness was not worth 5 minutes of your time. And you and your wife bickered in front of your children. No wonder your daughter thinks family time is lame. YTA. In the time you spent arguing with her, you could have made the eggs several times over. You realize that, right? It was a simple request that, while you technically weren't obligated to do in any way, granting it would have been the kind and decent thing to do given that you were already at the stove. The eggs were still presumably on the counter. And over-easy eggs are about the quickest and easiest egg dish you can do. You say in another comment she does about 75% of the cooking. I'm sure somewhere in that 75%, she's made things that maybe weren't exactly what she would have otherwise chosen but did anyway. Because she knew it'd make you and or your kids happy. You should have made her the eggs, period. YTA. How many times in a week do you ask your wife to do something for you? Or how many times do you not have to ask, but things are just done for you? Bring you a drink while you are watching TV. Make you lunch for work. Make you lunch when you are home. Buy special items for you at the store. Run an errand explicitly for you. Do your laundry. Cook meals you like. And the list goes on. Now, I am not saying you don't do things for her. I'm just asking you to think about all that your wife does for you and your children. With that in mind, how hard would it have been to take 2 minutes and cook some eggs? Pan and all the ingredients are out already and dirty, so you throw in some butter to an already hot pan. Crack 2 eggs. Wait 2 minutes. Flip. Done. Why was it more important for you to stand firm in that you had already done enough than to give 2 minutes to your wife? And after you ponder that, ponder this. Is this how you would want your wife to treat you? To always say she has done enough and not do any of the extra things she does for you? Do you want a marriage where neither of you run out and get that ice cream the other is craving? To always have to get up to get your own drink? To never be able to say, honey, would you mind doing X for me? It seems dramatic, but when you don't show up for your partner in small ways, it has a bigger impact. Your refusal to give 2 extra minutes to your wife created a frosty day, and will make her rethink the next time you want 2 minutes of her time. YTA. Never give up the chance to be the hero in your wife's love story. I'm just wondering if your refusal changed the tone for the rest of the morning. Can I ask who cooks the majority of the meals? If the answer is your wife, then you're the A. I'm afraid. She probably cooks and does things for you when she doesn't really want to. YTA. It would have cost you, as you point out, 2 meters to make her happy. Marriage is compromise and respect. How many things do you think she accommodates which are not to her liking? What a petty thing to make a stand over on family day of all things. Whether or not you were ta isn't important. If you want my advice, surprise her tomorrow morning with a couple of over-easy eggs.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.